Hey guys, it's Daniel from Stump PBC. So in today's video, I wanted to run you by how you would set up your Google search ads. So in our last video, we covered how you would go about and set up your conversion tracking actions. From the start, there's mainly three that you would want to track. So there's clicks to call. Let me just open this tab so you can see it. So you would go to calls and then conversions and summary. Okay, and from this point, we created three contact conversion actions. So our primary objective was our free trials form submissions, and then another one we had was clicks to email, and the last one was clicks to phone call. So these three main conversion actions are the ones that you want to be tracking from the start of your campaign. Obviously, as you have other objectives, you'll have another contact form that you'll need to put up. For example, if you have some limited time promotion, like a promo discount, and somebody registers for that, you're going to want to create another form submission conversion tracking action like that. But for today's video, I wanted to go and show you how you would set up your search ads for these free trial classes. So the first step to this would be to click New Campaign. And I would recommend obviously just saying leads, because that's the objective we want to optimize for, just getting more people. And then we have the three conversion actions we had here. And click Continue. So Google has a variety of different campaign types that you could select from. I'm only going to be covering search today. I'll also cover some performance max and demand gen is a new one. I'll cover its benefits in future videos as well. But for now, let's just do search, because we want to leverage more so inbound as well, right? Like with martial arts gyms or fitness gyms, you usually have enough searches in your area if you're in a relatively populated region that there's enough searches coming in about these martial arts classes, and these people are more likely to convert than someone from like a Facebook ads promotion who just stumbles upon your ad. And with Facebook ads, you'll also need a lot better of an offer, something unique that stands out from your competition. It really depends on the platform that you're advertising, because people have different purchasing habits as well, depending on where they are, and different expectations as well. Like somebody with Google search is looking or trying to do something different from somebody just scrolling on Facebook and stumbling upon your ad. Okay, so let's start off with search. So the three objectives I would like to optimize for would be website visits, phone calls, and store visits. You can enter all of this information. And as for the naming convention, I would just say something that you would obviously remember, right? Because if you're the one managing your account, you need to be able to access all the ad groups and the campaigns in a clear way. And organization when it comes to Google Ads is extremely, extremely important, so that you're not duplicating ad groups and you're not having duplicate keywords in different ad groups because you just got confused with the naming conventions. So again, I usually go with something simple like free, let's say adult free trials. Maybe you'll have kids classes. So, and then I'll say just search campaign, for example. This is usually the naming convention that I follow. I just say the campaign type beside. It's just easier for you to remember which type it is. Okay. From this point on, click start new. And so with bidding, you have multiple different options here. Conversions and conversion value are automated bid strategies. So not to confuse you, I'll very simply explain what that means. Google is very algorithm based, as I said earlier. And so it needs data in the account to be able to function and use these conversion actions properly. So with conversions or conversion value, you're essentially telling Google you just want to get as many conversions as possible for the lowest price as possible if you're setting a target cost per acquisition. And with conversion value, you're telling Google you want to optimize for the most amount of return on ad spend or revenue possible at a specific return on ad spend that you would set. So you could set a target ROAS, and here you could set a target CPA. Again, because you're starting off your account from scratch, I would recommend just going to clicks right away and just doing maximize clicks, or clicks it's called. And once you have around 30 to 50 conversions in your account, from that point, Google will have enough starting data in your campaign and account to use these conversion or conversion value bidding strategies. So let's click clicks for now. we'll leave it general for now, not set a maximum CPC limit. Again, if you see you're having a crazy cost per click, which you might have at the start, you're going to want to just give it around a week or two, and then it should go down. If it's not, you might want to take a look at your landing page. If the keywords there are matching with what you have in your campaigns and in your ad. Also some dynamic keyword insertions, which I'll go into depth. Again, I'll touch on these principles of how to optimize your campaigns in case you have high CPC, how to lower high CPC, and important points like that. Okay, so let's click next. I would always click off of these. They're usually just a big budget spender. So, and they don't really yield the best results either. So I would usually just stick to Google Search Network. This is just the partners that they have, search and display. I would not recommend doing this. You could just set up a separate display campaign anyway. At this point, we want to click here and enter another location. And you want to do a typical radius around your business. Usually know what works best. You can even drop pins. So in specific areas, let's say here, I could say like 20 miles around that point. So you might have people coming from like super east or super west or just right in the center. So you're going to want to target all of those, and you might want to exclude certain areas as well. Okay. And I would select the location here within like, usually I do around 10 miles. It really depends. Like if you're seeing that you're not getting enough reach and that some of your customers do come from a farther region, then I would just increase it to what you see fit as well. Okay, languages, I'll leave as English. Maybe if you're in another region, you're going to want to add it as well. Maybe French, some other languages that obviously people speak. As for audience segments, we can put that together after. I'll show you how to do that in the audience library. Okay, so to find new keywords, I would recommend just duplicating this page. And then you're going to do tools, planning, and then keyword planner. So again, this isn't a duplicated page. We still have our actual draft campaign open. In keyword planner, we're going to click discover new keywords. And you're going to say what you have. So let's say martial arts classes. So for example, you could just enter in those keywords. I would also recommend adding in your site URL because it's going to take some keywords off of there and add it to the suggestions there. Okay. And then you have a decent amount of suggestions here. Also, you may want to change the region here to suit yours because you might have different search trends within your region of like 30, 40 miles. On like a specific like kickboxing or boxing gym or even taekwondo, you may want to do like these service specific keywords in one ad group. You do anything related to kickboxing in one ad group, so all of those keywords in one ad group, and then you do everything martial arts related in another ad group. So someone that's searching martial arts classes near me might not know specifically what type of martial arts they want to do. So it's important just to distinguish that from a keyword like kickboxing because they know specifically what they're looking for. Okay. And from that point, it's also easier to sort out keywords and you can see what type of keywords are performing better because you want to be dividing them by keyword themes. So martial arts keywords, anything related to that, you'll want to have in one. And if you see that your performance is not as good for certain keywords there, you might want to remove them or just do more research for them. And for kickboxing, if you're running a kickboxing gym, usually your click-through rate, so the amount of clicks to impressions that you get, should be higher because that's exactly what you're offering. And Google will show you in more auctions as well. The idea is that you add in multiple keywords and all of those search impressions will add up in your campaign. You'll have enough search volumes for your campaigns to actually function. Actual keywords, I would want to stick to something with around 1,000 to 10,000. And you want to go as specific as possible. So if you see longer tail keywords, for example, I can't see this one, but let's say it's like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu near me, you're going to want to add that into your campaigns because these keywords people are more likely to convert to because it's more specific to your exact offering. So if you run a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym, you're going to want to do that. Or if you're running an MMA gym, you may want to do all of these type of keywords. So like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu near me, kickboxing near me, Muay Thai near me, and whatever other services that you have. All of the specific keywords that pertain to your service, and you can see that people are looking for somebody like UFC 290 to watch the sport and not actually participate in it. So again, let's go choose a couple keywords, for example. Okay, so I found some keywords that I think will perform well based on the research I did. And these are specific to my area. And these are just 4 general keywords for now, but these are the type of ones that you want to target. So something with your location included, something a bit longer tail like this. If it has like around 3 to 4 words in the keyword, then it'll be great. Usually want to get at least 3. Okay. And from that point, we want to start putting together our ad. So in your advertisement, you want to make sure that you include the keywords that you have, that you're targeting inside of your ad, and that way your ad strength will improve. You just want to follow all of these suggestions. I would recommend that you aim for a good or excellent when you start your account. Just for the starting, usually doesn't really matter anymore. What you'll see is like if you pin certain headlines in certain positions, let's say you have like a call to action, then it'll lower your ad strength rank. And this doesn't play a role in the Google's auction, so it doesn't determine if your ads perform better or worse. But again, I would just recommend having this as at a higher rating if possible. Okay, so you're gonna want some keywords to be about your brand. So you'll want to put, like, let's say stunt marketing. Like for me, you'll want to put your gym here and the name of it here. So we'll want like a headline, let's say, and then we're gonna highlight all of these keywords that we have here. So let's say self-defense classes near you, learn martial arts today. You want some of these headlines to relate exactly to the keywords you have here, and some of them you want them to be related to your brand, and as well you need some call to actions as well. So there's kind of a split that you want to have, and you want to make sure you incorporate all of those. So let's just do all these keyword ones. Toronto area, for example. Okay. And we've included all 4 of these keywords. So you don't want to limit yourself to adding just 4. You may even want to add 7 or 8. Again, the ones that you think would be best suited towards your business. And then from that point, I'll tell you how to optimize for it, how to do the matching for them, which is important as well. Okay. And then you're going to want to fill out pretty much all of these headlines and just fill them in with services that you offer. 3 free trials available. So redeem your trials today. So like I was saying earlier, you'll want to do a keyword insertion as well. So you'll press shift and then the squiggly bracket right beside the P. And that will give you the option to do a keyword insertion. And with these, I would want to do a specific keyword. So learn martial arts. And this will help with the performance of your ad as well, and lower your CPC as well, at least from what I've seen with some of my other accounts. It'll give you some suggestions here as well. You're going to want to highlight some key features about your service, which are important. Let's say learn martial arts, find your community, and make new connections. Let's see. So I would say learn real martial arts skills at your gym, for example, your gym name, and receive X amount of free trials for your class. Just an example. And here you also want to highlight some key services that you offer, what makes you different from some of your competitors as well. Because when you're trying to get that click as well, you want to differentiate from some competitors that you have. That way people will be more enticed to click your ad instead of somebody else, because the language that you're having speaks to them more specifically. So that people want to start martial arts because they want some genuine martial arts experience. or they want to lose weight. So it would be good to highlight these as well here with us at your gym name. So you also want to create a connection between the customer and your brand as well, just so, for the awareness purpose as well, and they'll keep in mind who you are. I'm not going to cover how to do these just yet here, but if you'd like, you can take a look. You can add these here as well. And same with callouts. You're highlighting important information about your business. So you can say martial arts classes, get in shape today. For example, I'm just giving some examples that you could use. Let's save that as well. And you have some more asset types here as well. So I do recommend adding your phone number. That is, it's very important. In the conversion action, you usually have one from your account that says calls from ads. I would just use that one, and it counts. You usually have a call from ads conversion already set up when you create your Google Ads campaign. I recommend just using that one, and it accounts a conversion for a call if it lasts around 30 to 60 seconds, and you can change whatever range that is, just so you're actually counting a person as a lead if they're on the phone for long enough and it's not just a quick call. Okay. Lead form I would leave out because you have that on your landing page anyway. Structure snippets can be useful as well. For this, I would just say service catalog, and you can say like martial arts training and different perks that you have, fitness, things like that. So because there's so many asset types, in another video, I'll cover how you would set up all of these, the benefits of the different ones, and what distinguishes them from each other, because some of them can seem similar to each other. And I'll go more into depth about how we can create them the best way possible to actually get you more traffic to your site. Okay. And one thing I didn't do as well was name my ad group. So again, because I'm targeting like martial arts related, I would say martial arts classes or martial arts, anything martial arts related. So I'd add in the keywords here. Again, for this video, I was just doing a general tutorial with some keywords that you could add, the best performing ones. So you might want to do martial arts in one, and then you might want to do self-defense classes in another, and you may want to do the exact service that you offer. So if you're doing like boxing or kickboxing, in a third ad group. And that's how I would distinguish these different ad groups. Okay, and then we'll click done. Next, now setting your budget. I said I would recommend around a $20 to $30 per day budget, because that way you're going to allow enough data to flow into your campaigns and account, get you some conversions, and then you can switch over to maximize conversions or conversion value bidding strategy. And from that point, your campaigns will start to pick up, and it would be good to roll out some new ones as well. Okay, we're going to click next. I wouldn't focus on the score. It doesn't mean anything. Neither will these suggestions. They're never really accurate. You're not necessarily going to get a $3.10 CPC. It probably will be lower. Again, if it is around that, then in another video, I'm going to show you some other strategies on how you can counteract that. Okay, so that wraps up my video on how to run and publish a search campaign on Google Ads. These are probably one of the most important campaign types that have been around for a very long time, and I would recommend getting really, really good at them. I'm going to show how you would go about and optimize these campaigns in future videos. As well, like I said, we need to cover the ad assets so you guys know the difference between them. And we'll also need to go into the audience manager, because you want to create audiences that gives Google better direction as to who to target with your ads, based on the market segments that you choose, or even some custom variables that you have there, which I'll show you how to do. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.